Right, sorry about that, Sharpie. I had a phone call from Jason Piercy, funnily enough, actually on the phone. So, right, next step. We get what we focus on, I think I was saying, and then what we've got is, when it comes to losing weight, what I want everybody to do is shift the focus from losing weight to getting slim, okay? The reason I say this, the Get Slim program is really key. I had a hypnotherapist a few years ago that told me this very important thing. He said, when we're children, he said, if we lose something, what are we told to do? That's right, we're told to find it again. So what do most people do subconsciously as adults? They go and find what they've lost because it's been programmed into them as a child. So when it comes to weight, what often people go and do is they go and find the weight they've lost again. And the other thing I actually thought around this is that the word lose in pretty much everything in life is a very negative thing. Whether we lose our health, we lose our job, we lose money, we lose a sporting event, lose is generally a negative thing for a lot of people. However, why would we then want to attach it, to losing weight? How does it feel when I actually say the words lose weight to you? For most people, it makes them think about the weight they've got and they kind of go, When it comes to getting slim, when I say the words to you about getting slim, what are your thoughts and feelings? Most people who think in pictures then start to think and see themselves being slimmer, or feel lighter, or feeling enthusiastic. It's actually something they can get excited about being. So focusing on getting slim is so much better than losing weight. So we get what we focus on getting slim. There's a quote by Henry Ford, one of my favourite quotes, and what he says is whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. And I love this. Who chooses whether you can do something or not? That's right, it's you. And so, think about this for a moment. There are people out there who think they can do things that other people think they can't. And the only difference is their thoughts and their beliefs. They're still a human being. They've still got arms and legs and a head. Yeah? They're still the same kind of structure. However, they just think differently. And Henry Ford, actually, just what I mentioned, he's very well qualified to quote on this because he actually invented the motor car and the Ford cars. So I realise after listening to this programme right now, a module, I know that after today, your success or failure is going to be based on your dominant thoughts and on your actions that you take on the back of those thoughts. Yeah? Think about it. Everything that you've achieved and everything that you've got and done started with a thought. The car you're driving, that started with a thought. You actually thought about that car, that you were looking for a car, then you may have seen the kind of car you wanted and the colour you wanted, or you started talking about it to people, and then the opportunity arose and there it is, there's the car that fitted what you were looking for. And now you're driving it. So everything started with a thought. The fact that you're listening to this module now started with a thought. You probably saw something on Facebook or an email, or it's a company you work at, and then that program was available for you. And then you thought, yeah, I'm gonna get that program, or I'm gonna listen to and watch that program, and here you are now listening and watching it. Everything starts with a thought. So be careful, choose your thoughts wisely, and so that you get the best results. And this can impact your whole life, not just your health. We know it can affect your professional careers, your businesses, etc. Step 2. Step 2 is detox. The best thing to do once your mindset's right is to start yourself on a cleanse. Now you might be thinking right now, well, why should I cleanse? Why do we need to cleanse? Well, modern day life now is very different from 100 years ago and our ancestors, never mind 500 years ago and 1,000 years ago. And what we've got now these days is a bombardment of different chemicals and toxins every single day. We've got pesticides, we've got in our food and herbicides that are sprayed on our foods that we eat. We've got plastics that a lot of food and drinks are contained in that have a lot of chemicals in them. We have air pollution at the highest levels right now. Additives that are put to food to make them last longer on the shelves. Heavy metals that are in various different pipework, potentially in our drinking water. And heavy metals that may be in our amalgam fillings and in lipsticks that people are wearing. We've got drugs, both pharmaceutical and recreational drugs, bad fats, too much sugar, too much salt, and so we're just bombarded from chemicals in the food that we eat, in the body products we may put on our skin and on our faces, on our hair shampoos and body washes, etc. And then we've got all of the chemicals we use to clean our homes. We've got things that are spraying or fresheners in the plug-in fresheners to make the room smell nice, that are letting off scents, that can be chemicals, have chemicals in them. We go to the toilet in public places, and we've got things that squirt out air fresheners and smellies all over us. And then we've got flame retardants that legally need to be on our sofas and carpets. We've got plastic in new cars, the plastic smells that come out, etc. We've got kind of antibacterial washes. Our lives are bombarded through the food that we eat, through the air that we breathe, through the skin that we absorb through, with lots of chemicals on a daily basis. And it's thought on average we consume 2 to 3 additives a year, pounds of additives a year. Now, pesticides are really, in fact, Sharpie, pesticides is in the next stage of this module. So Sharpie, check into the next video. You can see I'm getting the hang of this marketing thing. Check into the next video and you'll start to watch the pesticides section, which will take you through the rest of step 1 detox, of part of the weight reduction module and the Get Slim module, which maybe we'll call it the Get Slim module. Okay, cheers buddy, take care, bye.